way simpler. You don't have to ask AI agent to type script either. Just text file. Hi everyone, I am Nori. Last year, I spent most of my time for building software product, especially like AI and AI agent and browser intersection of them. I really enjoyed it. At same, I end up being able to raise fund from the Tier 1 BC based in Palo Alto, and that was an amazing experience for me. But in this year, I decided to invest this.
Smell that? What is that? Opportunity.
This is an opportunity where you invest and then you will get more, 5 times, 10 times more, and then more than 100 times more output with that certain likelihood. People call it the increasing luck surface. Why this is important for me? So first of all, for instance, imagine if you're a software engineer, very talented, experienced, but if you have zero network, or if your product is amazing tech, but if you don't have good customer or the idea of customer, so if you don't have that, what's happened? It's dead. It's gonna be so hard to convince people, and especially I'm not talking about business, but I'm talking about startup specifically. Where the real value comes from, the real value comes from a connection. The real value comes from network. Let me share the idea of idea behind it. So nowadays, code is getting cheap. Anyone can make a code. Obviously, there's a quality and architecture is way more matters to how to make code, how to compose it, and how to distribute it. When I will explain later. But code is cheap and network isn't. Here's an example. So this is an example of the value V, and comes from the number of nodes, number of like maybe people, or maybe account, or maybe the taxi driver that are on board on your platform or infrastructure. So the first of all, the number n on your node equal to the value of your platform, your product. So for instance, like if you have enough user n, and the value is the quadrant of it. For instance, when it comes to X, but formerly Twitter, if you onboard Elon Musk and if you onboard Donald Trump, and they have a strong network between them, so that's the value that people are not comes in and replace. They are not able to do that. It's so strong value because. So basically, the value comes from the total number of people on your platform and how valuable are they, essentially. And I'd like to share the one more insight that I talked with more than probably like 10 Fortune 500 or Fortune 10 companies and VP of engineering and those people through working on my startup. So what drives this AI market itself? How this market works? So simply say, I'd say everyone want to make their own agent. AI agent I'm talking about specifically. Agent DIY. Yeah. So DIY demands, it's kind of same situation where IKEA is not the furniture company that you can go and get the furniture. But IKEA is selling a parts that you can make your own furniture on your favor. And once it comes out, what's happening in this market is there's a lot of like curator who curate and then share their own audience about like how to make it. So this is like IKEA came out, there's a lot of people start talking about IKEA hacks, and the platform they use is a YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, for instance. And those UGC market is use this context and then share it through their audience funnels. And that attract more people to go and buy the IKEA product. This is a metaphor of current AI market. Obviously, the logo is different as you see, but you see, so this is AI agent DIY demand, I called it. This is cloud, and basically everyone making their own agent internally, even if Fortune 500 company, Fortune 1000, Fortune 500 company. And this is basically like infrastructure. They provide the optimized way, the better way to leverage the capability of LLM. But essentially, this is it. And they want to make their own agent, but they have a lot of trouble problem. So what happened in 2025, 2024, probably 2023 so far is someone was breaching the gap between this end enterprise customer and infrastructure company and those like tech stack. For instance, a lot of company invested by Y Combinator. They invested a lot of like debt to company in 2025, early 2025, I'd say, and it's kind of getting less. Last two batch, for instance. And here's the thing: is why this change happened. So AI is getting simpler.
Triple B's, 0. And then that happens.
Let me explain. So AI agent DIY demands, yes, they exist. And kind of LLM getting bigger, and so all this, as you see, the size of this, the people bridging the gap between their own DIY demands and the ingredient itself, like component itself. So this demands getting a little smaller because essentially what capable as a LLM and capable as the core infrastructure is stronger, so they can do more things with less engineering cost. Okay, so what I introduced as my first blog is about skills. When Anthropic released skills, they introduced it as a application layer of AI agent. And what's the skill about? Skill is almost like a markdown file, which is like static text file, but they call it as an application layer and way simpler. You don't have to ask AI agent to type script either, just text file. So yeah, this is it. And this direction, obviously, it's not that simple, but you see this architecture is rapidly changing and tech stack is getting simpler. For next video, I'm gonna deep dive into more technical opportunities in AI agent tech segment and the distribution. Thank you for watching this video. AI agent is gonna be a new distribution channel, not just for devs, but for every businesses. However, the market looks so chaotic and hard to catch up. So here I am to navigate it for you. Hey, I'm Nori. I'm a top 1% developer in the world, and I led 4 startups as a CTO. I will translate deep technical market insight into simple, actionable business strategy that you can act on. So please subscribe to my channel, X, and see you in the next video.